I just saw the movie The Square, and I guess it's a Swedish film. Parts of it are in English, and then parts that are in Swedish are have subtitles. Has nothing to do with a person being a square in terms of American slang, I guess you would call that. It's about a museum and a museum director, kind of a slapstick comedy um, with a little bit of a message to it, and it's this sequence of events the director of the museum goes through as they're trying to think up a new exhibit, and it keeps you laughing. It's a little bit long. It's about 2.5 hours, I guess, but it does keep you laughing, so it keeps going. It keeps you interested, and there are some interesting, kind of crazy scenes in it. Especially the one with the man playing the monkey. That one left me confused because it got so serious, and never was explained by anybody afterwards. Almost like a joke that went wrong becomes almost deadly. It's kind of a sociological thing. Who would help? I'll leave it at that because you got to see it to understand it. And I do this movie review for Christians, so I'm always thinking about things to put into a theological reference for fellow Christians and things to pray about as I watch. And there's nothing obvious. And by the way, it's a decent film for most people, except there is a little sexuality in it. Makes you a little bit, maybe uncomfortable. I usually avert my eyes when these scenes happen. I just at my age, it's just not that exciting to me, and it actually usually turns out to be kind of disappointing, because they just stick sex in because they think, yeah, you gotta have a sex scene in almost every movie now. So I don't even know why that was in there actually. But what do we think? The guy he's a divorced man. The director. He has two kids. And apparently he sleeps around. So we can pray about that and think about a lesson for that. Problems of promiscuity, importance of monogamy, loyalty to one person. I mean, you shouldn't be sleeping around whether you're married or divorced. No excuse. You're going to be loyal to one person. And so that's one thing. Pray for. Pray for if you're in a relationship, pray for your relationship and others' relationships. And the film, the theme, the square is actually about I think it was called a sanctuary where everybody has an obligation to care about the other person. It was an exhibit. It was planned on being an exhibit at the museum, and so um, there's some Christianity and something about Christianity in that, where we're caring about others around us. They're not doing it for the sake of a religious or Christian lesson, though. They're just doing it as a sake for lesson for humanity or citizenship, good citizenship. But as Christians, we do have an obligation to care about our other fellow brothers and sisters in Christ, but also we care about non-Christians. We should be caring. There should be something about us as Christians that's a little bit more distinct and special than just the average person. That's called shining the light. So we should be shining that light. In Greek, that's Christophers, bearers of the light. That's where the name Christopher comes from. Christopher, light bearers. It's a great name. So that's another thing to think about and pray about. Acts of kindness towards others. Maybe that's the big takeaway from this film. As you laugh your way through it, mostly funny, and a little bit of a lesson about life. So enjoy, and do an act of kindness today to somebody, somewhere. Simple act of unexpected kindness. God be with you and bless you.